Johnny the fuck Minerals, who I don't even view as a real human being.
It's guys like Minerals.
Let's have it right.
He's not on my radar. I don't care about him.
You got the Minerals too.
One of them brown envelope mobs.
No Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Let's have it
And
right.
respect. Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Minerals. Let's have it right.
Minerals FC need proper winning Minerals, mate.
Let's have it
And
right.
respect.
I'm just a brown envelope, or I'm
Absolutely screwed. Let's have it right.
Brown envelopes.
You brown envelopes from the club.
You got the Minerals to fight for his place.
You are in the woods wronging. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to say that. Cheers. This one's for you. Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it? The Minerals.
Minerals FC.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
Johnny the fuck Minerals.
The Minerals. In them, we know that they have the minerals. We've not.
There's minerals that you need.
It's guys like Minerals and
You got the Minerals too.
Let's have it right.
Minerals.
Johnny Minerals.
like Minerals is one of the very vociferous Chelsea fans.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy.
Let's have it right.
Oi, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Can everybody just stop getting shot? Chelsea used to be elite. Every year winning trophies. Let's have it right. Now BlueCo have fucked us up, and all we win is fuck all every year. Oi, oi, wrong-uns, don't speak. You brown envelopes waffle shit. 24/7 landing fuck all. You need to all get put in the bin. Oh, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Up. Everyone is doing well winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell ding dong, let's have it right, so you know we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in description and pinned at top live chat. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. Let's have it right. And big up to everyone. Let's have it right. Big up to everyone. I have to start off with that. You know what I'm saying? Because let's have it right. Chelsea Football Club is no longer elite. There are no longer any standards at this football club. We are truly in the gutter. I don't know what everyone's propping here. I really don't. So do smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little while since we've had a little stream, and we're gonna be doing that right now. So a lot to go through. I hope everyone's seen my review after the game. I just had to let it off my chest how I felt, and we're gonna land it tonight. Tonight we're gonna land it, bruv. 0-0 draw against Brentford, London derby. The manager's a fraud. The manager is a yes man. You can't even blame the manager. Who appointed the manager? The yes man directors, Winstanley, Stewart, Ekbali himself, Clearlake. They're in charge of the football matters at Chelsea Football Club. While Meatloaf Bowley, I would do anything for pound notes and vivid seats. We're going to keep rubbing fans. Yeah? He's destroying football. And we'll talk about that. But let's have it right. Fuck me, man. What a dross game that was. I mean, listen, we should be sponsored by Hilton Hotels. We should have bed ends everywhere in the ground. We should have pillows and duvets given complimentary with vivid seats ticket packages. Because, you might as well fall asleep. There's nothing to get excited about. There's nothing to enjoy about watching Chelsea. It's absolutely disgraceful. on all levels. Yeah, night nurse, night nurse, bruv. Yeah. What's that going to be in collaboration with OnlyFans? Is it? We're going to have night nurses walking around the bridge. Yeah, offering a session, bruv. Absolute disgrace, bruv. Today, what a shit show. I mean, the lineup. Let's go through the lineup. The lineup was absolutely disgraceful, bruv. I mean, when does he ever drop Palmer? I want to ask that question, yeah. Why when has he ever dropped Palmer? Any game, he's always playing him, bruv. This guy's on the bench. Granted, he hasn't scored since what? Early January. And he's got 1 assist. I mean, he's having a shambolic time at the minute, Cole Palmer. But we know he's carrying an injury. We know he's not 100%. We know he's on the old injections and all that nonsense. So he was desperate to play him against Spurs, and he did, and didn't do much except get the only assist he's got in how long. And that was it. That's all we could count on. 1 goal, 1-0 win against Spursy, who we always beat. And I was never in doubt about that game. But this game's a little different against Brentford. Brentford's a tough team. They're relentless with ball recovery. They're relentless with pressing. They have a game plan. They played with each other. They've got two very good attacking players. You know, they've got strong midfield. Their defence, well, let's have it right. Let's talk about their defence. They've not got 1 clean sheet in the entire season. And the only clean sheet that they get all season is against our team. Yeah? So it tells you about our attacking capability. Nothing now. Firing blanks like Jackson has for 12 games. Like he's had a vasectomy and there's no slosh pot action with him and Ashley Wet, bruv. But the lineup itself. Reece James has a blinder for England. Wins man of the match. Scores a worldie of a free kick. Class performance, playing in his position. Right centre-back, right back. And this fraud of a gaffer benches him for the London derby against Spurs, the most important London derby. Then we have another London derby, as important because every game's a must-win game. And he plays him on the left centre-back position. And benches Cucurella. Make sense of it. Make sense of it. And then you're worried about their attacker on Reece James's side on the left. And you're playing Reece James there, who you're trying to protect from getting injured again, against a pacey, strong, technically gifted player who actually caused Reece a lot of issues. And he dealt with a lot of situations, but fuck me, it was tight. Why didn't you play Cucurella there and play Reece James on the right centre-back position and then have Cucurella inverting instead of Gusto, Ratatouille, French cuisine that even Gordon Ramsay would go, fuck this, what's that? Get out of the kitchen, bruv. Yeah? You're cooking rotten scallops. And we are getting fed rotten scallops at Chelsea. We've been used to Ballax and now we're getting scallops. And I've always said it and I'll keep saying it, bruv. Yeah? The standards and levels in this squad are a long way from Starbucks. But already, red flags there. You then drop Colwill for another must-win London derby for who? Bambi on ice, free transfer from Fulham, Tosin. Fuck me, man. How can you even justify that? Why is Colwill not playing? I want to ask the question, right? All right. He played Jackson, who is the first game back since being out for 2 months. All right, he played him striker. He plays Nkunku striker. When he's come out publicly and said Nkunku's not a number 9, but you play him as a number 9. And in the January transfer window, they were doing everything they can, using all the brown envelopes to PR to get him out of the football club, to sell him to Bayern Munich or sell him wherever they can get a shot of him. All right, so Nkunku knows that he's second fiddle to Jackson. Jackson's injured, yet. Oh, we're still trying to sell you in January. Then Gui gets injured and he's out for the season. And he shouldn't even be nowhere near the first team. I mean, that's a disgrace in itself. So you're forced to play Nkunku, but you're playing him out of position. And then you start Madueke on the right wing, who has had no first team minutes. That's his first start in 2 months. And you're asking the flat-footed grasshopper on steroids, bruv, or on speed for that matter, to have 1 shot on target, create absolutely nothing, and sub him off anyway. And then you play Sancho on the left, who is literally, all he's doing is elite freedom fighting. That is what he is. He's an elite freedom fighter. He doesn't give a shit. His wages of 300 grand plus are getting paid every week. He's on holiday in London. He's loving it. He's living life. He's loving it. He's eating his quarter pounders with cheese. He's getting his Happy Meals. What more does he want, bruv? And he's starting every game, and it's not based on the performance levels or actual deliverance, because he doesn't give us nothing. He's had 5 shots in his entire fucking stint at Chelsea. I mean, that is disgraceful for a winger. So we have to rely on Cole Palmer to deliver the goods, playing in the number 10 to do the wingers' jobs. And in the middle, you play Enzo and Casado, who've come from international duty, played more recently, played the whole 90 minutes against Spurs, and you throw them in the midfield. So someone explain to me what the thought process is with Enzo Fraud, Yes Man Maresca, playing Casado and Enzo consecutively, but he's benching Cole Palmer. He's playing Reece James and is out of position. Like, does Casado not need rest? Casado plays 90 minutes of every single game, and we are resting other players to manage their minutes. Get out of here, bruv. Yeah? You play your best players at every opportunity, in every game, to what? To try and win the game at all costs. And if you can win the game early on or be ahead in the game, then you can sub those players off to manage their minutes and bring on the players that shouldn't be starting to fill in the gaps and hold on. That's how you manage an elite level. That's where you show the elite intent to win. There was none of that at Chelsea. There's absolutely none of that. This geezer's adamant to invert Gusto. The geezer can't invert. Gusto inverting is like our fan base inverted for BlueCo. That's exactly it in a nutshell. He shouldn't be inverting. The geezer can't play midfield. Gusto in midfield. And what's Gusto's distribution, mate? Let's ask that question. What's his crossing like? Shambles. And people going, oh, Gusto's better than Reece James. Yeah? He's more available than Reece James. This geezer ain't been available for us either. And he's nowhere near Reece James level. Reece James in right centre-back, right back position, right full-back. He's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world when he's fit. And you're playing him left side. And you're trying to protect him from getting an injury. Get out of here, bruv. All right? So straight away, this team lineup for me is a dictatorship from Carrington, Winstanley, Stuart Little and Clown Lake. I don't see any other way. It doesn't make sense. It looks like to me that non-footballing brains are making the decisions on that team sheet. Because as soon as we all saw the lineup, we were like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? It's disgusting. And, straight away you're going, yeah, this is going to be a tough game. Why should it be a tough game against Brighton, against Brentford, sorry. We lost to Brighton back-to-back. Let's have it right. I've got that on the brain. Yeah, that these clowns have benchmarked us with Brighton, copying their model. It's a joke. But Brentford, they haven't won at home for 7 games. They haven't won at home for 7 games. So what are we going in there? What is this arrogance to think that we can play Wedding Hall in the number 10 role? Did anyone see Wedding Hall's touch in the middle of the park in the first half? No, was it first half? Yeah, first half. It was like he was wearing the boots of cement-booted rat Lukaku. Yeah? It's like he was wearing Timberlands, bruv. And this guy's meant to be technically gifted. This guy's got no match sharpness, bruv. He doesn't play. They're trying to sell him in January. They tried to sell him in January. Why are you playing players like Nkunku and Wedding Hall in a must-win game, London Derby, when these lot are going to get shot of? And these are going to be the ones, part of the exodus of 11 players, to what? Sign us Rory Delap. Tells you everything you need to know about the state of our football club, doesn't it? Now, everyone's coming at Nkunku. He's the worst striker I've ever seen at Chelsea. He's the worst. He's a disgrace, this and that. Well, in Nkunku's defence, you don't know how he's been treated, do you? I do. I know he's been treated like shit. I know he's been disrespected. I know that he was in the defensive line screaming and arguing with that fraud of a third choice goalkeeper from the Seagull Merchants. That's our number one goalkeeper, telling him to get it fucking on, bruv, to sort it out. Yeah? Because Nkunku's looking around this squad going, the fuck am I playing in? Nkunku's played Champions League football. He scored a hat-trick against Man City in the Champions League. This guy's a goal scorer. This guy's a finisher. This guy walks around like a fucking, you know, them geezers that go around in the parades and they're selling the balloons, bruv. He's got all the balloons. He's got fucking 100 balloons, man, and then they're selling balloons. Yeah, that's what he used to be like before he came to Chelsea. He was popping balloons like he was popping Viagra, bruv, because he was smashing every slosh pot that was out here because he felt like he was a star striker. Now he feels like he's nothing at this football club because he's been disrespected and everyone wants to come at him. Well, you have to understand that these owners at our football club treat every player that they don't want or do not comply to what they want on a financial level. They treat them like shit, like dirt, like they're useless. So why is Nkunku going to give it his all? How can he give it his all if he's not playing on a regular basis with a consistent team lineup to get momentum, to get a chemistry with the front line? A front line that consists of Madueke, who's not match fit, and Sancho, who's freedom fighting in his mind. And then you've got Drewsbury Weddinghall playing behind him in the position that Nkunku wants to play. Oh, what are we doing here, bruv? What do you expect from the guy? The guy's not a presser. Ask Jackson, he's a presser. How much did he press? For a little bit when he come on and there was a little bit more intensity. But I need more than fucking pressing from my striker. I don't want you to just press. I want you to put the ball in the net. That's what you're paid to do. All these young'uns, bruv, they're getting 100 grand, 140 grand, 130 grand to do what, bruv? To do what? Swan Lake. Fuck all that. You should be at war for the badge. You should be mentality monsters. Nah. It's like my thumbnail. Rockabye baby on the BlueCo rock. Yeah? If you don't make us profit, then we'll let you fucking drop. That's what it is now at Chelsea. You know? Be a good little young'un, high potential, huge profit margin capabilities. Let's get them when the stocks are low, and when the stocks are up, yes, take that blue pill. Take the blue pill, mate. Take the blue pill. You know, the lineup was disgraceful. And everyone can agree with that. Everyone saw it and knew. It's a manager with no winning mentality. It's an inexperienced manager. It's their third manager out of this phase 3 project of trust the process that everyone... What, you're still buying into it? You know? I'm tired, bruv. I'm tired. Do you know what, yeah? For over 2 years, do you know what these wrong'uns used to say to me, yeah? Or call out? Oh, look at Johnny's in his echo chamber. Johnny's in his echo chamber. Stay in your echo chamber. Do you know what's funny? Is my echo chamber is now your echo chamber. And all of a sudden, you're talking like Johnny Minerals. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? We coming round now? You want to do a Matrix? You want to do a fucking Agent Smith? And jump in Johnny's echo chamber? Nah, jog on. Jog on. Stay on that side. Stay on the side that we're going to cook. Stay on the side believing the propaganda that BlueCo's Chelsea beat has created a 100-point team, because that's what they told us. They believe they've built a 100-point team. Well, let me tell you about BlueCo's Chelsea's team, the 100-point team. We have managed to give the clean sheet to Brentford, their first clean sheet of the season, and we've only got 7 games to go till the end of the season. This 100-point team that BlueCo have built with Winstanley and Stewart have allowed Fulham to come to Stamford Bridge and beat us on our own turf, and they haven't done that for 45 years. The same 100-point team, that went to Ipswich, who haven't won all season at home, haven't won at home in the Premier League for 22 years. Ipswich beat Chelsea, and that's their only home win all season. So someone explain to me, how is this trust the process going? How is this 100-point team narrative? How is this, I'm the Pornstein with the Pornstein bomber? Judge them after 4 transfer windows, the ownership and their project. Oh no, let's judge them after 7 transfer windows now. How's that going for you? How's it going? Do you want to go 12 transfer windows? Do you want to go 5 years into this trust the process? Let me ask you this. Everyone says, including me, 100%, we are a Champions League club at bare minimum. John Terry come out and said it. John Owen Mikel said it. Yeah, we are a Champions League club. We're not a Conference League club. This manager is like he's managing. This is the team lineup today was like, we're already in top 4 and we're managing the team because we've got a semi-final game against Real Madrid in the Champions League. And, yeah, no, we're playing some dross unknown team away in the Conference League where you can play most of the players that you played in this team lineup today in that game and play your best players in the first game. So you can rest your Casado, you can rest Cole Palmer, you can rest Enzo, you can rest Chalobah in the Conference League game. Yeah? You can rest Reece James in the Conference League game. You can rest Cucurella. To have it right. You can rest Jackson. You can rest Nkunku. Yeah, not Nkunku, Mudueke. Yeah? Because apparently Enzo Maresca says we miss Jackson, we miss Mudueke, and we definitely miss Cole Palmer. And because of these injuries, that's why we've suffered. No, majority of the time we had these players when we were already suffering, and we just continue to suffer because we ain't got a fucking well-built squad. We got no backup. We got no elite levels. Mudueke doesn't score us enough goals or give us assists, and nor does Jackson for this matter. Cole Palmer's the only one, and he ain't even firing. He's firing blanks. So now we're all fucked up now at Chelsea. Because who else are we going to rely on? Neto, speeding Gonzalez on fucking speed, bruv. Yeah, thinks he's at a rave. Play him in false 9 for the matter. At least he runs, at least he presses, at least he's hungry. But he's got a cracking cross on him. So playing false 9, you're not getting the strengths and benefits out of him. Sancho, bruv, it's like he thinks he's in Swan Lake. He's not Swan Lake, bruv. He's in kindergarten learning ballet, learning Swan Lake, yeah? He might have those twinkle toes, bruv, but he can't fucking shoot, yeah? He doesn't want to shoot. It's like he's scared of shooting. It's like he wants to have a million touches thinking he's Lionel Messi or something, yeah? Listen, we're not saying anything wrong here. We're just calling it out. You know? But let me ask you this. And I've known it for a long time. 90% of this squad, 90%, so the 10% of players, Reece James, Cole Palmer, Casado. These 3 players. These 3 players. And I'm going to throw Trev in there for all the agenda merchants on Trev, yeah? That said, oh, we don't need Trev. We've got the Black John Terry disaster who's doing very well at Aston Villa, isn't he? In a football environment, he seems to be doing all right. Winning a few man of matches and all that. Yeah? I'll put Trev in there, bruv. They said we've got disaster, we've got Badashile, we've got Uncle Tozin, We got Wesley Fofana, who's what? Oh, he's out for the season, is it? Oh, what a surprise, bro. Oh, he's had a surgery on his hammy, is he? Oh, fucking hell. We're done out here. Yeah? Oh, and Cucurella. We'll throw Cucurella in there. That's the 10%. That's the 10% that is decent and worthy to play at Chelsea at the moment. The rest of them, the other 90%, they're not good enough. They're not Chelsea level. They're not even fucking top 6 Premier League level. The manager, well, we know he's a yes man. He's Championship level. And that's what you get for a Championship level manager. Inexperienced, non-winner, non-elite, mentality like paper mache, bruv. Not solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. None of that. None of that. We ain't singing and dancing to that tune. Yeah. So everyone has got the expectation and demand for Champions League football, right? We want Champions League football. It's 3 years under this new ownership and we haven't had Champions League football. We want Champions League football. We need Champions League football, right? What do you expect us to do in Champions League football where 90% of this squad and the manager himself, the directors that are recruiting, the ownership and their fucking dross mentality, what do you think we are going to do in the Champions League? Where are we going to compete against proper elite clubs? We're not going to be in the running for it. And then the players that are good enough to play Champions League football and are good enough to compete and are good enough to be in a top class team are going to want out. And they've got clauses to get out. And then what you're left with? Don't worry, we've got a conveyor belt of new youngins that we bought that are coming in to replace the ones that we've made profit on for them to go and actually succeed. Because players want to win. The bottom line is, if the players ain't at a good enough level, and they're not good enough because it's based on AI scouting, AI data, yeah? Mid-directors, Kerry Minstein, Stuart Little, and the ownership's ambition to make profit out of the players to pay off the debt that they've taken on the football club, then what are we building? Should we ask, was it AI scouting that picked the team lineup? Because if it is, the AI is all fucked up, you know? And it probably is the same as the AI that's recruiting, because they're not recruiting top quality players. And how can you buy top quality players if your wage structure is capped at 150 grand a week? We could buy Osimhen for 220 grand. We could get Gyökeres for 200 grand a week. That's not big money. That's average. Oh, and the age profile as well. The age has got to be under 25 years old because they need resale value. The older they get, the less resale value you get out of it. Well, then you're done. You're restricted in the market. You're restricted at the elite level. And then the manager that you recruit, who's inexperienced anyway, is restricted in what he can actually deliver with the standards at the football club, which leads me on to the supporters and how the standards are in the bin and how the supporters are accepting these standards and be procrastinating, allowing this shit and this dross to forever continue to the point where you go, well, let's just see if we make top 4. It shouldn't be based on results. It's clear as day this football club is in the gutter, it's buried, and that the model is the gaffer, and the model is not allowing us to compete at the highest level to be able to win major trophies. So, under this ownership, you're not going to win elite major trophies. You're not going to compete in the Premier League. And if we are in the Champions League next year, all right, Enzo Maresca says this, right? He says, Enzo Maresca on balancing the Premier League and Conference League. He says, it's difficult, but at the same time, it's nice because it means we're near the end. Right, near the end of what? Near the end of fucking completely burying us? Fuck me, bruv. If this geezer can't even balance this football squad in the Premier League to try and get top 4 with the Conference League, how the fuck is he going to cope next year with a similar level squad because of what the model dictates in where you can buy to compete in the Champions League and the Premier League? And everyone's on the demand of, well, we need to go on a title charge next year. Everyone's propping and noshing off Delap. Oh, he scored 12 goals for Ipswich. That's incredible. Incredible. Great. What a fucking, the standards are in the bin. The benchmark's in the bin, bruv. If that's what we're doing here. Osman's getting what? 24, 25 plus GA, whatever. He's smashing it. The goal he scored the other day. What an elite goal, bruv. One touch, bosh, in. Ruthless, clinical, bruv. Monster, minerals, general, bruv. He should be at our football club, mate. But this is not a project for football. This is, as Nagelsmann said, this is not a project to win. We saw the intent today was not to win. And then it comes to the point, right, where you go, well, if the manager's trying to do a balancing act, like we're asking him to fucking balance 3-4 plates with cocktails on it, all right, and we're asking him to serve it up to all the Chelsea supporters with their Vivid Seats packages, and he's all falls down like Kanye West mask on Alex Jones, then we're done out here. We're done out here. He's not even professional at what he does. He's not even elite at what he does. The geezer said today, right, he says, if you can't win, then you've got to make sure you don't lose. It's okay. It ain't fucking okay. It's not okay. Who says it's okay? Who's saying it's okay? You're saying it's okay? So we go to Brentford, who concede every single game, and you say, oh, we played the better team. The sun was, it was hot day, a lot of sunlight. Oh, we're doing a veneer merchant. We're blaming it on the weather. I go to Turkey to do my teeth all the time. Yeah, 1 league title in 30 years. Fucking hell, I got no energy no more. This geezer's blaming it on the sun. The sun gets in our eyes, bruv. Yeah? Well, I don't understand that because BlueCo are fucking vampires, bruv. Ain't they got Ray-Bans to give these young'uns to play on the pitch so they don't get done in by the sun? You know? I thought they're all blades. I thought they're all day walkers, these generational kids. This unbelievable manager that the ownership have chosen. What mentality is that to go into a game basically saying we just can't lose? We're Chelsea Football Club and you want to play in the Champions League. This guy says that Chelsea has to be in the Champions League, right? And in fact, what did he actually say? He says, I think overall we played a good game. Yeah? We played Thursday night. It was a tricky game, sunny day. They tried to kill the tempo of the game. We did enough to win. We shot over 20 times. Well, what are we doing? Rugby shots? It probably was. They are rugby shots. Why? Because we got Willie, the mentality monster that's been brought in the dressing room. In half time, and everyone's pumped, bruv. Everyone's there. Jackson's like, let me get on the pitch. Let me get on the pitch. Cole Palmer's like, give me a few injections, bruv. Inject them minerals in me. I want to go out there and land it, bruv. Yeah? Neto's like, you know, feasting, bruv. He's ready to go, bruv. Yeah? And Cucurella, he's got his Estrella, bruv. He's necking them, bruv. Yeah? The only thing we missed was a goal, but I'm happy with the performance. Everything's happy, bruv. He's always happy, this guy. He's like Happy Gilmore, bruv. You know? Is this guy even a football manager, bruv? What is he? Is he just a fraudulent mental skills coach? Is he a psychiatrist? What the fuck is he? Yeah? Because he ain't a gaffer. And all these melts on the platform go, oh, gaffer. That's my gaffer. That's my gaffer. Where is it now, you melts? Where is it? Where's all the gaffer testosterone now? Yeah? We played midweek. Oh, really? We played midweek. What? You can't manage games coming every three days? Well, then you're not cut out to manage Chelsea Football Club. And the squad ain't cut out. If these poor little babies, rockabye babies, need to be rested every fucking 3 days, then what about Casado? Rest the geezer, bruv. He's on his last legs, man. What's he on, bruv? What you got him in a gas chamber or something? Is he Demolition Man? Are you freezing him after every game so he can come back fucking no problem? What are we doing here? the way they played, and he's saying it's a sunny day, bruv. It was like these lot are fucking ready to go out the night tonight, and they're all on the sunbed. Yeah, they're getting that. Fuck it. Yeah, they're getting their suntan. They need that suntan, bruv. You know, they need to look a little bit more glowing. You know, how's his bald head doing? His bald head must be fucking well tanned, mate. Yeah. And how them hair follicles, they must be falling out more. You know what I'm saying? We had Thomas Tuchel in the dugout, yeah, making Pep Guardiola lose more hair follicles in that season than he ever has done. All right? We beat him 3 times, bruv. We won that Champions League final. Now we've got Thomas Tuchel dressed with a black hat, black top, looking like a fucking Minerals General, managing England, and playing his Reece in his position, mudding this manager that says Reece James, he only sees him as a midfielder. Well, hold on a minute. Rewind. When the Minerals man says selector, Enzo Maresca, bruv, you say you only see him as a midfielder, but yet you're playing him left centre back. What are we doing here? Where are we going? Everything's a contradiction. Everything's fucking a mudfest for me. Like I'm just mudding everything that comes my way, bruv. Yeah. This guy says that we have to get Champions League and that's the target, but all season we're not in a title race. I haven't been told by the owners to get top 4. We go and get smashed and battered like fish and chips in Brighton by the Seagull merchants, and all of a sudden we have to get top 4 now. That's the standard at Chelsea. So what one is it? When you're instilling this, doing pressers like that, yeah, telling your players you're not in a title race, you're not competing at the highest level, you're not ready, all right? And by the way, I've been told to get top 4, so we're just happy to be here, you know? It's Jellyfish Potter reincarnated. The boys gave everything. We're just happy to be here. Everyone's just happy to be at Chelsea, yeah? And cash in our checks week in, week out. And overpay this fucking dross of this arrogant bunch, yeah? Monster. What's that yogurt? What's that yogurt? Is it Monster Munch? No, that's the crisps. Yeah, the baby yogurt. I can't remember what they called it. It's got munch in it anyway. Yeah, these lot think they're the Monster Munches. You know, no, they're the yogurt version. You know, they need to be fed. Muller, yeah, Muller. You know the one where you can flip. You know. You can put all the little hundreds of thousands on there, the little chocolate, the chocolate balls. You've got strawberry one. You've got all different flavours, bruv. Ours is dry. Ours is bland. Ours has got nothing, bruv. No seasoning, bruv. Muller corner, fruit corner, nothing. There's no corner, bruv. Yeah? There's no corner. Yeah? It's been cut off. Munch Bunch, that's the one, Elliot. The Munch Bunches. These lot are getting Munch Bunches by Willie at half time. And he's doing the haka. Waka haka. Yeah? And everyone's eating their Munch Bunch. It's a joke, man. So anyway, bruv. Anyway. I've lost my train of thought, bruv. Yeah. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. The importance, Enzo Maresca on the importance of qualifying for the Champions League. He says, for sure, it will be very important. Since day one, I said that our duty and target is to bring this club where it needs to be, the Champions League. No, you fucking didn't, son. You told us that you heard nothing from the ownership about getting top 4. You told us we're not in a title race, which we weren't, and I knew that. But you told us that the target is not for this year Champions League, it's for next year and the year after. It's a 2-year project, for a 5-year to 10-year project. And we're here for the process. That's what you fucking said. Not that. So what is he lying? Why is he flipping like Javier's on the market, bruv? Yeah? He's flipping lying, bruv. Yeah? Trust me. Yeah? I mean, listen, it's all there. It's all there for everyone to see. Everyone can see it. I just, does that not concern Chelsea supporters? Does that not concern the supporters? In the crowd, they were going, attack, attack, attack. I mean, where's that come from? NFL. Tobes, yeah, salute to Tobes, yeah. He said he was in the shed upper, and there was American supporters going, attack, attack, attack. What's happening to our football club? What's going on? What's going on, bruv? Yeah? And that's a disgrace. You say Ray-Ban for the front of shirt sponsors, yeah? All right? These lot need the Ray-Bans for the sunny day, and they need to do the old football therapy. I hope everyone's doing really, really well, doing Stevie Wonder, bruv. You know? Maybe that might help them play. I bet Stevie Wonder could score more goals than our entire front line, bruv. Yeah? He don't need to see nothing, bruv. Yeah? He don't need to see nothing. But one thing he does know is where the 2 goalposts are, bruv. Yeah? If he's got a nice salt, you know Stevie Wonder knows where that hole is, bruv. Do you understand me? Do you think he goes by feel, bruv? He goes by feel. He goes by instinct. And then when he feels it's right time to shoot, he shoots, bruv. And he'll score. Yeah? Very superstitious. The writing's on the wall. Yeah? That's how we're doing, bruv. That's how we're doing, bruv. Yeah, Stevie Wonder's got minerals, bruv. Trust me. Yeah? I think you can see, bruv. I think you can see. Yeah? And facts. Yeah? Al Pacino in Centre of a Woman. Blind as a bat. But the blind man, he can fucking see how far we have fallen at Chelsea Football Club. And he's in the dark here. He's in the dark. Well, the whole fan base is in the dark. The whole fan base is blind and they can't even see nothing, bruv. Yeah? But old Al Pacino, bruv, he can smell the damn minerals. He can smell it. It's off. Yeah? It's off. Trust me. And like in, what's that film? Every inch. Every inch. Every inch. Yeah? Every inch. These lot ain't playing for inches, bruv. They're not playing for inches. No. These lot are giving the opposition meters, bruv. He was saying that Brentford slowed the game down. I don't know what he's on about. Because every time that they lost the ball, they were quick to recover it. And someone explained to me how Brentford had the 2 best chances to actually score in this game. Any given Sunday. Well, it's Sunday today, and it's been any given's fuck. Yeah? Done. Royally, bruv. Yeah? These players are doing Robbie Fowler on the lines, bruv. Yeah? They're doing Robbie Fowlers. Yeah? Because I don't know what else they're doing. And he was clinical. I can't, bruv. I honestly can't do it anymore. Like, he's so depressing, bruv. And you see the Man United, Man City game. Football has fallen off a cliff. Football is absolute dross. Yeah? I mean, Arsenal yesterday, they even got a striker, bruv. We lost to Arsenal 1-0, and they don't have a front line. They had Martinelli Spaghetti, who's just come back from injury. Apart from that, they had nothing, bruv. You know? Nothing. Toothless, bruv. Yeah? More toothless than Johnny Minerals without his wisdom tooth, bruv, where I couldn't speak for 2 days. Yeah? Football's fallen off a cliff. And why does everyone accept it? Everyone's saying sack the manager. Granted, sack him. Sack him. I don't give a shit about this manager. I've got no connection to this gaffer. He's a fraud. He lies. He's shit in front of the press. He's dictated. He's a yes man. He's only in the job because he's a yes man. He's the lowest bottom of the barrel quality and level of a yes man. The geezer wants to invert goalkeepers. Don't ever forget that. But he can't do it because the 8 goalkeepers he's got can't invert for shit. All right? They've got inverted brain cells when it comes to playing for Chelsea. Yeah? And Sanchez, who he says is our number 1 goalkeeper, switched to say Jorgensen's our number 1 goalkeeper to now go, oh, he needs to shave his head, go baldy, all right, like he's rejuvenated, like he's had some football therapy, and he's ready to go again. And now he's the number one goalkeeper, and even he's a joke. He's a joke. He's a joke. How is he our number one goalkeeper? How can you spend 1.5 billion, have Sanchez as your goalkeeper, have Uncle Tozin in defence, yeah, have Wedding Hall, and have Jackson up front and Nkunku up front? How can you even take Sancho, bruv? How can you even take Sancho? Man United were desperate to get him off the books. Just get him out of the club because he's a problem. Yeah? He's a problem. There's no spine. There's no mentality. Everything's gone at this football club. Honestly, everything is gone. Yeah? But I'll tell you what the worrying thing is. Yeah? Not only is our football disgraceful and boring, I get more enjoyment out of watching other games. I got more enjoyment out of watching Nottingham Forest Villa the other day. Yeah? That's a worrying sign. Do you know what else is a worrying sign? When you're at the weekend and you know you're playing on Sunday and you don't give a shit what the results are because it's irrelevant. Because you're irrelevant. I remember the days of when we were under Don Roman and we would be looking every single week, waiting for the results, hoping that the results go in our favour, that someone can do us a favour because we were in a title challenge, because we're elite mentality and we were relevant. Now we're not relevant. You know, Newcastle can go 3 points ahead of us because they've got 2 games in hand. Aston Villa are what? What are they? A point behind us? 2 points behind us? Man City are a point behind us. And everyone was going, oh, we were lucky today. We got Man City drawing with Man United. Bruv, like, that tells you how far the Premier League has fallen this year. It shows you how far the top teams have fallen this year. And it shows you how far the standards and levels in football have fallen, where everyone else has been so dross that it makes us look better and keeps us where we are. How the fuck we are in the top 5 after all this time is beyond me. Because in any other season, we'd be nowhere near it. We'd be sitting about 7th right now, 8th. If other teams were actually up there, if Man United were actually sort of there or thereabouts. Villa are playing Champions League, but yet they're right up there, bruv. Nottingham Forest are up there, bruv. It's mad. You know they've got the best home record defensively. And we got to pay them away in the last game of the season. We got Ipswich next. Then we got Fulham away. And Fulham just beat Liverpool. And then we got, is it Newcastle? Newcastle away. Liverpool at home. Man United at home. And then Nottingham Forest away. Where are the points coming from? Like, honestly, you know, you're not wrong there. People were coming at Havertz. People were coming at Werner. They were coming at all sorts of players in Roman's teams, right? What have we got now? This team is nowhere near the team that won us the Champions League, Club World Cup and Super Cup and got us top 4. Went through a transfer ban. Even with the cement boot rat up front, is a better team than what we got now. But yet everyone was telling us, no, we've improved. We've upgraded on everyone. We ain't upgraded. Where have we upgraded? Cole Palmer was a deadline day signing, luck of the draw. All right? Casado, we've seen a track record at Brighton, and I wanted him because we didn't get Declan Rice. But Enzo Maresca blames it on injuries. Well, Arsenal's injuries have been horrendous, bruv. And they're above us. Man City's injuries have been a joke. And they're right with us. Newcastle have had injuries. They're right there. I actually believe now that a lot of these players are not buying into Enzo Maresca. These players are not fighting for this manager. These players know that this project's a fugazi and that they've been conned, and they're all looking to get their way out. And that is how I see it. Meatloaf Bowley says this is the most competitive league ever. We're surprised by how competitive it is, but we're happy it's competitive. This is the worst competitive Premier League season I've witnessed. And this is a byproduct of owners and ownerships that are buying clubs not for the love of the game, but love for the pound note. They're sellouts for the pound note. And the game is just nothing to them. As long as they're there or thereabouts, and it seems like they're competing, they're happy. Remember, Meatloaf Bowley says, we haven't won last year. It's not. Don't worry, we haven't won last year, and it's all right that we haven't won this year. It's the long haul. Where's the long haul, bruv? What, to build a stadium and sponsor with vivid seats and change the game, infiltrate the beautiful game and ruin it? And everyone just stands for it, bruv. Everyone stands for it. We're not even in profit. We've got the worst debt out of any Premier League club. And you know what these clowns are doing? They're PRing that there's a debt of just over 8 million that the Chelsea pitch owners have to pay. Who the fuck do these clowns think they are? And why are you not putting that out last year? Why is it all of a sudden this year? What, you think you're going to hold the Chelsea pitch owners to ransom because you want to rebuild and relocate? Get out of here, bruv, man. The PR's relentless. They're trying anything, any nook and cranny, any loophole. They will do their best to get out, to relocate. Wake up, Chelsea. Wake up. Everyone needs to wake up. Everyone's on a buzz, beating Spurs. And don't get me wrong, I love beating Spurs. But it doesn't change the situation. Win, lose or draw BlueCo out. I want these lot out. Yeah, that's what I want. Until we get that, we do not stop calling it out. And do you know what supporters are saying now? Supporters are going, look at Strasbourg. Look at Strasbourg. The models work. How can you base? Firstly, I don't care about Strasbourg. I care about my club, Chelsea. All right? Who is Strasbourg, bruv? All of a sudden, you care about Strasbourg. You look at Strasbourg. But it's all right for Strasbourg because Strasbourg were nowhere. Strasbourg are like a Brighton. The model can work at a club like that because the expectation and pressure ain't there. So this manager coming in with little young and kids that are on loan from Chelsea and bought all over the gaff, they can have time. But explain to me why the Ultra Boy 90s, the Strasbourg Ultras, want BlueCo out. Make it make sense. And we're Chelsea Football Club. We're already elite football club. We're already champions of the world, champions of Europe. Yeah? Multiple Premier Leagues, won every trophy that can be won. Don't compare us to what they're doing at Strasbourg. It can work on a lower level. We're not a low level, but they brought us to a low level to make it look like they're building us to a great level when we're already at a great level. And when Enzo Maresca comes out and says, we need to bring back this club where it belongs, it was already where it belonged when they fucking took over and they dismantled and destroyed everything. Sabotaged us. Yeah, they call us CFCLDN, the Chelsea, London Stadium. It's just like, get out of here, bruv. Yeah, I've been telling you lot, all right, that their main agenda is to build that stadium. But the debt is going to be even higher, bruv. Yeah, our debt is worse than Spurs' stadium debt that they had. It's worse. And we ain't even built a stadium yet. So when we build a stadium, so where are we going to compete at what level if you can't go in the market and buy world-class players? And I tell you this and I'll say it again, all right? Anyone buying into this project and buying into this illusion that we're going to eventually compete and no one else that's already ahead of us is going to get stronger and compete and get ready to win all the trophies, yeah? All right? You cannot win major honours and compete without the best players. We do not have the best players at our football club. We have overpaid, unproven, AI scouted dross and a few little good players. And none of them have delivered fuck all at this club. They've gutted out our academy. It's useless. We don't need our academy. I mean, it's just, what don't you understand with that? What do people not understand? I don't get it. Oh, you're scared to say it. I'm hearing a lot of channels' numbers have gone right down. A lot of channels' numbers, their views and likes have gone down. Why do you think that is? There's two reasons. The first reason is Chelsea are becoming irrelevant. People that used to watch the channel and be excited about watching Chelsea no longer want to watch it. They can't take it anymore. People I've seen in my comments go, what's the point? We can't change it. I'm checking out. All right. So that's the first reason. The second reason is because they're calling out the issues and the reality in a more political way. Not like me. I'm just like, can everybody just stop getting shot? You know what I'm saying? Double barrels, bruv. Yeah. They're doing it a little bit more political way, a little bit more articulated. What, you don't think that they try and mute that as well? So I'll say it time and time again. We do have the power to change it. We do have the power to unite. Everyone does need to get on a bandwagon. The reality is the biggest tactic that controls society, and these clowns that have bought our club are part of that, those elites, divide and conquer. And as long as the fan base is divide, which it is, it will allow them to laugh at everyone and continue to do what they do. And the ones that call it out, they'll try and silence. And the ones that don't will plod along. But the reality is we are not relevant no more as an elite football club. How many of these players that we bought get into any of the top teams? How many of them get into Liverpool, Arsenal's team, Man City's team, even Nottingham Forest team for this matter? What about Newcastle's team or Villa's team? Do you think any of our strikers go ahead of Isaac? Do you think any of our strikers go ahead of Haaland? Do you think any of our strikers go ahead of what's his name, Salah, who's basically striker for them? So what are we buying in? What are we propagandaing? But you lot are propagandering Delap and forget about Osimhen because we want to. That will stop the development of Jackson. What defenders, bar Reece James, get into any of the top teams? What midfielders, bar Casado, get into any of the top teams? What about all the wingers we bought? They don't. So what are we benchmarking here? How are you going to compete with the teams above you if the players that you're buying ain't even at their level and they're not even competing? Well, there's your answer, bruv. Don't con me. Do not con me. And they ain't conning me. Us on the Minerals FC, we're fully eyes wide open, mate. You lot are eyes wide shut. By the way, we're going to get Greg Cordell on here. He's going to explain all the finances on Chelsea Football Club in absolute detail. So that's going to come in a couple of weeks. Let's have it right. And that's going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a real eye-opener. You understand me? Yeah? This fan base deserves what it gets because it doesn't want to stand up wake up and fight. And because of that, look at Man City, right? Man City have seen their club collaborate with a ticketing platform, which is the new trend. As Meatloaf Bodie says, we're trending right now. Yeah? Already they're protesting straight away. I'm going to bring up Big Steve, yeah? Big Steve works for Manchester City. Calls out the truth. Says it as it is. Now, they don't get in contact with him. There's people at the club that love him, that are City diehards, and then you've got all the elite wrong-uns that want to cut him out. And what does Big Steve do? He does what we do on the Minerals FC. He calls it out. He stands with the supporters. He stands with the principles that are right and best for the intentions of his football club. What's our fan base doing? What's all our other platforms doing? Bar Eunice, let's have it right. Eunice lands it, bruv. Eunice will be talking Muller corners now. He'll be talking yogurt. He'll be talking rotten scallops. What an embarrassment you platforms are to not call it out. Because Big Steve had the platform to work for his club, the dream to work for his club, which is what all these YouTube accounts want to do. And he threw it away like that because it ain't right. What they're doing ain't right. They're trying to exile the heart and soul of the club and the supporters. The 1958 land in the Minerals, protesting, did a sit-in today. They want the Glazers out. They've won Europa League. They've won titles under the Glazers. They want them out. It's not results-based. Stop going with results-based narrative. Look at the fundamental facts and problems at this football club, and they're not going to change because the model is dictated by the debt finance. They cannot change it. The managers will always be yes men. The directors will be bulletproof because they do as they're told. They execute what they've been told to execute. So what changes? What can make change is by getting the ownership to sell. BlueCo can sell. The owners of BlueCo can sell. That should be the narrative from every Chelsea supporter. The Chelsea Supporters Trust has reported Meatloaf Bowley on Vivid Seats. We're still waiting. We're waiting. And I've always said it. I've said it for a long time, have I not? All the ultras will vouch for me. Trust the protest. We need a protest across the country of every fan base, predominantly the American owned ownerships. Well, now City are getting involved in it. Their motive ain't even to make money. It's crazy to me that City are doing that. Very unethical of their ownership. It just shows you everyone wants to jump on the new blueprint of football that the cancer of football BlueCo are implementing and showing everyone because they're here to change the fabric and pyramid of football. We're the beachhead of why our football league is in the gutter. This is about saving our clubs, saving football, and saving the escapism, the love of our game, bruv. We love football, we love our clubs. I don't love watching Chelsea no more. I'm straight up with you. I don't enjoy it. Not because oh, we're not competing, because I can see what is really happening. I know what's happening at Chelsea. I can't ever buy into it because it's wrong on all levels. So, I've been in touch with Big Steve. We will do it. We're going to do something. He's going to let me know. We're going to do something, and that'll be proper. Because I respect people that talk it and say it as it is and call it out. And we need more. We need more like that. You know what I'm saying? I want everyone to smash the like button as well. Everyone smash the like button. It's very important. It helps the channel. Enzo Maresca says, on not picking up 3 points, when you are not able to win, it's important you don't lose. You take the point and you move the table. I mean, that is the most mid mentality ever. Can you imagine Jose Mourinho saying that? Carlo Ancelotti, Thomas Tuchel? No chance. So why are we accepting that from this guy? This guy should have been sacked after we lost to Ipswich. Yeah. The PR's been very quiet as well, if you've not noticed, yeah? It's been very, very quiet these days. But now you're going to get a Fed agenda on Nkunku to take away the blame, because everything's about the layer cake built by design, by this ownership, to protect the truth of Vivid Seats, the debt, the model, and the model dictated by the debt, the yes man model, the directors in place, their recruitment policy, the AI scouting, the data, to buy young players on low wage structure, on a capped wage structure, and under the age of 24 years old, because they got resale value for profit motivation reasons, profit reasons. And then bring in a manager to protect all of these things. They're going to pinpoint on players. Well, you're not wrong. The players ain't good enough. You bought these players. You bought Viega, Disarcy, Viega and Felix. After 6 months, they're at the club. Could we not do with them now? Could we not play João Felix as a number 10 instead of fucking Wedding Hall? Could we not play Reece James on the right, rest Cucurella if you want, and play Viega? And Disarcy, where's he? He's on loan. That's my point. They're not building a team. They're not backing the manager. Every game that we win, every game and every performance has always been based on what? Not team performance. Individual brilliance. Cole Palmer FC. Start of the season, Cole Palmer. 2 goals, 4 goals. Goals, assists. Out of all the other players, how many goals have they scored out of the midfield? How many goals we got out of the midfield? How many goals and assists we got out of our wingers? You're going to see Cole Palmer's at the top. You can't. How is that building a team? Do you think Pep Guardiola, do you think Arne Slot rely just on Salah? That's it. And Pep Guardiola only relies on Erling Haaland to pull up the goods. No, it's a collaborated effect. It's a team game. We're not a team. We're a bunch of individuals based upon data and numbers. We've been very lucky this season. We were very lucky today to not walk away with 0 points. Yeah? We could have walked away with nothing. Could have been a loss today. Luck's running out. You can't con the Premier League. The Premier League's the most relentless league. As dross as it is right now and the standards are so low, it's relentless. Anything will happen, bruv. So have it right. Big up to Fuzzbrain. He says, I have a theory, Johnny. What if Strasbourg is actually meant to be the top club for this multi-club model? Milk Chelsea and get talent to Strasbourg. No, Strasbourg is there to generate funds for BlueCo because BlueCo's debt. They will use the funds and the profit from Strasbourg and they are farming players at Strasbourg. But the difference at Strasbourg is because the supporters don't win nothing, they're not really the Champions League club, it's the perfect kind of club to implement this type of model. It will work to an extent, but you'll never be elite. At Chelsea was always said by Barley as the beachhead, the headquarters, and everything's going to branch out from Chelsea. They're using Chelsea to attract players to then loan them to Strasbourg and their next multi-club to develop their value, let them develop in a what? The key thing, football environment. We do not have a football environment at Chelsea. The football environment is nowhere near it, bro. Our academy's gutted. There's no pathways. Every player wants out at Chelsea because the pathway's blocked. Yeah? Big up to Brian. He's a Minerals FC Ultra 30 months. Salute to you, my geezer. Pants football. Love to you, Brian. Always supporting. He says, land Don Roman twice on these wrongers. Let's go. Facts. And everyone smashed the like button, especially for Don Roman. Salute to Brian. Says, I'm shadow banned, but we still land it clowns out. Facts, bruv. All day long. All day long. Listen, we haven't beat any of the top teams this season. We've done the double on Spurs, but they're sitting 16th or whatever, 14th. Doesn't count, bruv. Yeah? Doesn't count. It's all I've got. To be honest with you, I actually think you get Champions League football, everyone's going to see next season, it's going to be much worse than the league. This team cannot cope. This geezer had the luxury of what? An A, B team, C team to play in the Conference League. Now he hasn't got that luxury. Now he's realised, I can't afford to do that. And you can't get away with it. So that's where we are. Newcastle play Leicester tomorrow. I mean, the chances are they're just going to win, bruv. You know. In 1997, Chelsea Football Club provided a non-recourse loan of 10 million to Chelsea pitch owners to purchase the freehold of Stamford Bridge, with CPO granting Chelsea FC a 199-year lease at peppercorn rent in return. So you can see the agenda from these clowns. Yeah, trying to come at Chelsea supporters and the pitch owners. 199 years to repay that 8 million. Well, the loopholes are fugazi, bruv. Yeah? Listen, my prediction was for us not to get Champions League football. I still stand with that. And I was saying that even when we were going on a run at the start of the season. So that's where we are. And to be honest with you, I'm getting tired of it all. I will tell you this now. Do not sleep on Aston Villa. Aston Villa, they're going to be up there. Newcastle as well. City will be there. City having the worst season ever. But Villa, Newcastle. I expect Nottingham Forest to drop off a little bit. But one of those teams are going to take that third, maybe fourth spot. And I think City will be there. I don't think we finish there. And even if we play Europa League next year, we still won't be able to cope with the Premier League and Europa League. Because if we're in the Europa League now instead of Conference League, no chance, bruv. No chance. We'll be even worse than the Premier League. Because you can't afford to drop your best players in those competitions. You have to play a spine of them. No, it's not happening, Paul. Too much agenda. They've been muddied too much. They've been called out too harshly by myself. And that's the problem. They got pride, but that pride doesn't stand for anything. Deep down, they all know what they're doing is wrong. But at least I can sleep at night, and I know. And at least I have a platform and I have a responsibility to do my best to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe we can change it. I believe we can get them out. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to go down that path because it affects their career, it affects their pocket, it affects their channels, it affects their pathways. And that, to me, that's where you're compromising. That's where you're sacrificing what you so-called love for your own self-gain. That's a big problem. And that's what we've got in the fan base on these platforms. They flip-flop. They don't be real. They don't say it as it is. And that's why we are where we are. So have it right. But listen, big up to everyone in here. We smashed it tonight. I want everyone to smash the like button. Go and watch my video as well that I uploaded earlier. And put all your comments down below. And I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll see if we can get Eunice on as well. And we move, bruv. Let's have it right. Oh, and by the way, UEFA do not accept the 200 million funds transferred from the women's team or paid to the women's team to BlueCo or to Chelsea. So they're going to pay some sort of fine. So they're paying out their arseholes just to get in the Champions League. The Champions League does not benefit Chelsea in competing and quality and levels and buying players because we're still going to go the same model. It benefits the ownership's bank accounts to continue this fraudulent model, this fugazi. Yeah? Remember that. Salute to everyone in here. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. No surrender mentality. Win, lose or draw BlueCo out. And smash them likes, put the comments down below. And I'll leave you with our Don Roman. Let's go.